On here. Then back with some other technical stuff. This is a wither cage that's pretty reliable. It's not 100%, but it's good enough. Like, you shouldn't have any problems. But I've been working on this when I was working on the spruce tree farm over the last 2 months. Like, this is what took most of the time. So how this works is the wither is held in, his hitbox is here, held in by the walls, and the bolts are holding him down. The bolts are held down using the slab, so the wither cannot escape. His two targets are these iron golems, which, as you can see, both their head areas are in line with the ender chest. Same with the wither, so you can see right through it. Problems with it, but there is there's a chance that it'll go right through here and hit one of the golems with the back, and if that happens a few times, it'll kill him, and then the wither will escape. But yeah, 2 ender chests should be fine, and 1 will be like okay, overkill more or less. So yeah, so there's a lot of things you can do with this wither cage. You can feed in logs from the side and blow them up using explosives, using the explosive skulls, and they can be picked up by hoppers and fed down into chests. And yeah, as you can see, I'm just using command block to summon the wood. You'd have this connected up to an oak tree farm. Any other farm actually probably be too fast, or it'd be too fast for the wither to keep up with. You'd need more than 1 wither at least. So a normal oak tree farm, that's what I hooked up anyway on Existence, and that's where I found out where things can go wrong. If you're doing this, you need to make sure there's at least 2 blocks between the wither and the wood, or else he could end up blowing up the boat, which is what he did in Existence, and escaped. It wasn't too bad, we dealt with him pretty easily, but that's just something to note. As you can see, the items don't actually get destroyed by the explosions, which is pretty nice. As you can see, the wood just usually mostly gets picked up. But the only reason this wall's here is to block it from this wither, so he wouldn't be shooting him. You usually build like a full wall around this so that he can't, so no mobs can wander into him. And sometimes you might have water here so that you don't need as many hoppers. But there's more than just wood farms you can do. I shoved all this stuff over here. Let me just clear the chat. So I shoved all this stuff in over here. This is 3 different things you can do. So as you can see here, I used dispensers to damage him, which you might think, oh, that's quite expensive. You have to use arrows, but you can also use snowballs again. That was like broken in 1.9, but that's fixed now again. So all you do is you'd have a simple snow farm here. Let's go game of 0. Bit of snow. Like, you wouldn't use probably a diamond one and just hold it down. That wouldn't work too well. But as you can see here, that would fill up the dispenser. And then one thing I hooked up here was a cobblestone farm. So it's really easy. There's just the one lava source here flowing down, the water flowing down, and observer is detecting the lava, and it shows across the cobblestone, and it shows that, and then every second time this will pull back and push out. So as you can see, it'll push out again, and the snow will be shot out, and it'll destroy some cobblestone, and that'll pick up here. So that's one thing you can do. And then another thing I did here was I just added a little concrete converter. So but yeah, this you just hold down right click with your concrete powder, get converted into concrete, pushed up. Pistons would push it across. I swear this is what, I don't even know. It's like this sometimes pushes across and sometimes doesn't. So you place this in. You probably want to slow this clock down even more, to be honest. Then it would push out like that, as you just saw, and it would destroy it. So let's do it again. Push it out, push it out, push it out once. Let me use a quick non-stable here, and another one, and one more. And then pushes out again, damages him, and you get all the concrete. Now you'd have walls up again, so that it wouldn't be so it would be lossless. But that would be you can make this really fast. This is like I made this up in 2 seconds. This is really bad design, actually, to be honest. I could make it way better. Like, you can't even automatically fill the dispenser here. This is just to show it. So this is really easy to make. You just have to, so all you're going to need is some blocks of your choice, about 2 stacks to be honest, about 2 stacks of a block of your choice, 3 buckets, or 3 boats, a hopper minecart, about half stack of hoppers, if you want to use all hoppers, about 4 half slabs, 2 ender chests, 20 cobblestone walls, 2 water buckets, 6 iron blocks, 2 pumpkins, 4 soul sand, 3 wither skeleton skulls, a piston, and a redstone block. So let's grab all that. And let's just build out here. So let's say so first thing you need to check is that this is all in the same chunk. If this is not in the same chunk, this will not work. It just won't work. The wither will load at a different time to the golems, and the wither will just blow itself out, and it just doesn't end well. Make sure they're in the same chunk. You can bring up the chunk thing by clicking F3 and G. That'll bring up your chunk borders, and we can see them. You can see them fine. So for one other thing is you can't build this at Y64 or Y60 or Y96. The boats do not collide with the wither for some reason at those heights. So just kind of stay away from those heights. Go above both of them, or below both of them, or something, or in between if you want. But that's just one thing to keep in mind. So let's get our walls. So you want to place down a block surrounding walls. Come up 3 blocks. Place down a slab. Then you want to place walls surrounding the top of that slab twice. Then you want to get a block on top. One higher even. Gonna get in one. You need to get in 3 boats. So you place them on top, and then you need to knock it in. Let's see. So 1. Second one. Come on. Come on. There we go. 2. And the third one. 3. Then you need to place a slab. You can break this wall again. Place a slab in the wall. Get your piston. Face it into the wall. Activate it. Deactivate it. Place a block. And activate it again. And that will trap all the boats. Just, I'm going to give them a small little nudge here to make sure that they're all fully in. Then you can break down these 3 blocks for now. So next you're going to do is you're going to want to get your hoppers, make it 3x3 down here, and have them all lead off. So you probably want to place them something like this, so I want to place them like this in this kind of shape. Then come up like this and face them all facing into that. Place the 4 down here beside the walls, facing into the ones below them. Then you probably want a hopper leading off here, and this is where you'd send it to output. So you might put a chest or something here, whatever. You might send it to sorting, doesn't matter. You're probably going to want to place the hopper minecart here. You're actually going to need a rail so you can place it down. So just break the rail, get your piston again. You can place it off the slab and activate it again using the redstone block. Where do we put that redstone block? Here we go. And push it down. And then that's inside there. So now all items you throw in here will be picked up, and the water will wash them off the walls. So then what you want to do is you want to come out here to the edge, build up 4 blocks, make that wall, make it 2 blocks thick, break through on the one just underneath the slab. I'm going to break right through, place in your 2 ender chests, like so. Then out the back here, you probably want to leave space like this. You can either have the wall touching off this wall, or you can have it one back further if you have enough room in the chunk. It's a small bit safer, so that's just one thing to keep in mind. Then back here, you can either place the next wall up here, or you can place it on top. It doesn't matter, but I'll just do it on top for now. Place a slab on top of this block. Break these 3 so there's 3 blocks in between. Surround this in a wall. Place your iron blocks in the T and place the pumpkin on top to spawn the iron golems. 2 of these guys, both in one. So like that. Then all we've left to do, is grab our wither skeleton skulls, our soul sand, grab a few more building blocks and water. So you probably want to build around here first. build up your wall and stuff. Just have it so you can come in and place in the wither first. So then we're going to put a little barrier around like this, since otherwise the wither will escape when you place him in. So like that. Place your T on the ground with the leg on top of this block. Place in your 3 skulls. Place in the water on top of his head and run away. Like, just get out of sight. Make sure he can see the golems and not you. Go behind walls and stuff. Just get out of the way. He will explode. Then come in and break. Then come in and just get a snowball or something. But you need to break this slab quickly. There's a few ways you can actually do that. You need to break these blocks quickly so he doesn't destroy the boats, right? You need to destroy all these blocks really quick. So fast way to either shoot him with a bow or shoot him with a snowball and get out of there like really quick. He'll do his block breaking ability and then he'll be free to move around. That is like the part where most things go wrong. It's fine to have him on a chunk border, like just outside the chunk border, like just here, and then that'd be the rest of the chunk. So let's disable the hitbox. That is one thing you really need to be really careful of. It's very, very, it can go very wrong very fast. The wither could escape if you don't destroy the blocks that are here fast enough. So you'd either have your farm already built up, or you could build it now once you do not damage the wither while you're in his sight, because he will change targets then. So last thing you probably want to do is place the water here on top of this hopper. Push everything back there, and that is the wither cage finished. So again, you probably want to block him up like this so nothing can get into him. Maybe place some glass around here or something. Might look kind of cool. And that would be your wither. That's the wither cage complete. So yeah, you can only go 2 wide. If you go any more than 3 wide, he will lose sight of the golems and he will blow. He will shoot blue wither skeleton skulls, which is not very good. So yeah, just don't make this 3 blocks wide. This was me with the wither cage. Credit goes to Razeworks for this is where I got this layout for the golems, and I'm just gonna call him KK. I don't know how to pronounce the name. KK for helping with the boats. And that is the wither cage. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next video. See you guys.